So it's our great pleasure to welcome on stage Nika Kokhodze, digital transformation lead at Tegeta Motors, who will talk about the app they have created. Nika, stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Dan, thank you. This was not scripted, actually. I just learned that they were planning that. Thank you. I mean, I guess that on a conversation level, guys already introduced what I'm about to talk about.
What?
But before we get into that, I wanted to kind of mention it to you, who we are, what we do, where's the intersection points between mobility industry and technology, because all the directions that we've covered, or all the interesting speakers that we've heard so far for today, and also during these global tech weekend days, were mostly around creativity, etc., etc. And sometimes this is the industry that gets a bit overlooked with its capacity and its ability and its space for innovation. And I'll just mention a couple of things, history of the whole intersection of the industries, about Tegeta, where we stand, and our innovative product, and some interesting features that are coming up. So basically, you've heard and you've seen cars becoming totally different, whatever we've experienced like 20, 25 years ago, where like your neighbor's Dodge Challenger would, like, I don't know, kill couple of trees when they would just pass by, like with this huge noise and engine, etc. And even though there is a good segment of people who are still, I would say, like a petrol heads, they are the mass majority, as also Dan mentioned, are Tesla owners. So cars are becoming interconnected. Cars are becoming more and more an extension of your personality, more and more extension of your understanding and mobility, or like a way to express yourself, as well as a way to move, not just a product that you own. Therefore, we've looked at the trends, we looked at the companies that we present, we have historical and important partnerships with some of the brands that is on the table, which are not the fullest scale, of course. But I wanted to mention Volvo, Porsche, and Bridgestone over there, especially because these are the brands that incorporated interconnectivity already in their ventures, in their features. For example, when you own a Volvo, actually the beautiful one that's in front of the whole venue, you can take a look at it. It's full electric. But when you own a Volvo, you also have an ability to, I don't know, unlock its doors by phone, or get it ready before your routine starts in the morning for the work or for school or whatever you're going for, and have this kind of a connection by and with your phone. The same stands with some of the brands around. I'm not going to go into too much details, but I wanted to let you know that this isn't like some groundbreaking stuff that we're doing, but it's definitely a space where our partner brands have discovered and ventured successfully, and it's something that we wanted to adapt and improvise on a Georgian and local scale. So roads are changing, infrastructure is changing. You know, financial institutions are spending a lot for infrastructure as well. And it's really, really interesting how now interconnected, physically speaking, we are. But some of the tools that we use, some of the ways that we've identified people are taking care of their car, and the way they move and the transport they're using are still some of the older existing tools. Therefore, this is the locations that we're briefly covering with the branches of the company. And these branches, when I mean, this is a multi-branded workshop service center. So any kind of make and model comes in our workshop, there's an ability for you to get service there. So since we had this kind of an ability and coverage, we thought that it's a great foundation for interesting, intriguing, and creative inventions to put it out in the world. And when we talk about the foundation, it's the brands, it's the 30 years of history and experience the company has gone through. And a couple of days ago, we introduced Lamborghini in our market as well. The big transformation happened in 2009 when our blessing and our curse, SAP, was introduced to our company. And we've been able to kind of move out from the traditional paper-based issues to more digital-based issues. So the foundation then went into understanding that here's the thing, like there's a physical space, there's a great amount of customers, national coverage, B2B segments, governments, retail, you name it, and then we have data behind that. We have like VIN codes, their service histories, their potential maintenance predictions that we can do for their own cars, for their own fleets, and we understood that we had to go through this transformation. And the transformation, when we talk about, it's more like understanding that there is data, and the utilization of this data will move us forward, and also will make to our customers or business owners, they will have an ability to have more personalized, more customized services and more personalized connection with our brand. So utilization of the data. This is where we also realize that we're not like startups, or we're like a corporate governed structure where we have an ability to innovate also, but we also with caution in terms of safety and trust that we've built over the years. And this is something that we've put out today. So it's a working MVP. It's called Tegeta app. Some suggested to call it just Tegeta app. I don't know. But it's working MVP in that sense. There are some existing features that we've seen on the market already and are not groundbreaking, obviously, which are like checking checking, for example, fuel prices all over the country, or looking for governmental fines on your car, speeding tickets, etc., etc. You can add your car right now and get some of the personalized recommendations, products, and some of the potentially predictive maintenances that would go along with your own vehicle. I have to say, great big thank you for the whole team that worked, and Leon is here, the person who started initially thinking about it, and then Waja, for sure, I have to say personally, because Waja is the product owner of the Tegeta app, and the whole team that worked really hard to get this to this level with additional thinking, additional talks of budget and others. But we got it where we are right now, and people are coming back. We see it. There's some amount of users that are already using it, and we think that the best option, or like jokingly sometimes we say it, it's an app. It's like a Tegeta, big company in your own pocket. So you have a big you have a connection to a big company with great national coverage. You can book your service appointments, check your service history, and potentially personalize car ownership and automobile ownership, or more on a more digital scale, without any just as Dan was saying, that like you don't have to like call someone additionally, etc., etc. So since we've identified that people are using their phones already for cars and extension of their understanding and usage of transport, this is what we've come up with. And so we've achieved so far, as I was saying, good amounts of users that are utilizing these services. We are planning much more and much more interesting stuff. I didn't want to fully promise something that we couldn't deliver, but I wanted to promise something that we are gonna deliver for sure. I don't know, Waja is laughing, I don't like that, but I hope we do. So two of the stuff is hyper personalized car care. So you can potentially take a look at your behavior right now for your, I don't know, Instagram feeds or whatever, LinkedIn feeds or Facebook feeds, whatever you're using. It's all personalized. Like you don't want to hear about, I don't know, population of cows in Northern Africa. You want to hear about your personalized interests, your personalized stuff. Therefore, when you add your car or when you add your automobile in Tegeta app, our understanding and our going forward is our understanding is that you should get tailored experience around that. Whether it's news, whether it's potential upgrades with trade-ins, etc., or whether it's products that you know that will be for sure needed, oil, tire, etc., etc., it will be personally tailored around you. And second one is auto assistance, real-time tracking, and this is like you can imagine like a Glovo or a Walt kind of feature where you would call for an auto assistant, where people just call at this time in our life. But we would just use a feature to drop a pin wherever you are, get your car up as a demand that you want to be serviced. Our professional will come, take it, and you will get real-time updates about whether it's in one box or another, or what will be fixed, and you will get options to agree or not, whatever is going on, and it will be real-time tracking in that sense. And obviously, AI recommendations is this is not just a plastered word here, as it is probably has been throughout even today and yesterday, and many just say it like that just for the sake of AI at this point in our times. But I'm going to tell you one fun story, is that right now the whole customer behavior really changed. Automobile ownership also changed. The guys and the girls that come to our showrooms and workshops, they're already like, oh, I know that I want this specific oil product on my car because I asked the ChatGPT, and then and you should see our service advisors. They're like, what the hell is going on? Because people are already asking chats. They're already having these conversations about their cars. So we kind of figured out, why not put it out in the sense of you're gonna have a conversation with a competent automobile ownership service company in a way that you would get actual competent answers from it. So it's almost like Tegeta GPT in that sense. So to have a kind of like a conversational understanding and conversational knowledge from our data, from your own data of serviced vehicle, and from our recommendations of how to take care of your car in the future. Since I met a lot of investors around, and also people who have done great many venture capital actions, and they've helped startups to scale up. Even though this is a corporate-backed startup, in that sense, we have understood that we are using Tegeta app for almost like an iterative deployment here in Georgia, almost like an experimental approach of understanding how people are acting with it, how they are utilizing the features, especially because this is something that is not really that much present anywhere in the world. It's just not copy and pastable product. It's really interesting and new product in the whole world in that sense. And we're kind of experimenting. We have the luxury to experiment in Georgia, obviously, and we're experimenting in Georgia and potentially looking for scaling for the wider region afterwards. That is pretty much what I wanted to talk about, unless there's something more that these guys want me to say, or you have more questions around it. We can mingle afterwards, and yeah, that's it. Thank you.
So I do have a question.
Go ahead.
So I have a question for the crowd. So how many people have used his app? How about a show of hands?
Hey! Maybe they're just
so
friends.
How many people are now that haven't used it are now planning to use it? Can I get a show of hands? All right, you did a good job. So next question.
Yeah.
We had talked a little bit before. You said you're only in one country right now.
For an app, yeah. It's
For
in
the app.
Georgian. It's just in Georgian.
So 5 years from now, how many countries do you want to be in?
In 5 years from now?
5 years from now.
I would say, since the company is going through a really interesting phase of scaling physically as well outside Georgia,
Okay.
I would say Armenia, Azerbaijan, maybe Uzbekistan somewhere, and Eastern Europe, 1 or 2 countries. So I would say 5 more.
Okay, so
5 years is a bit
so
ambitious for
like
that.
one new country every year, right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
All right. How
Thank
about
you.
a big hand, everybody?
Thank you.